Buenos días a todos. Today I'm in the beautiful little beach of Mil Palmeras. So we haven't done this one before. We've been a couple of times and they're cracking day out here, so I thought I'd come along and do a walk around here. So let's have a wee look. So the first thing to notice is that parking can be difficult in this area. There are a couple of car parks quite near the beach, but in my experience they fill up really quickly. You can get round here in your car, and I've seen quite a lot of cars round here, but I don't know if you can park there or not, so you'd have to take a chance on it. So I just want to start off here. You've got this lovely little walkway. It takes you over the Ramblas, where all the water runs away during the heavy rains. Now let's just have a little look at this. Now this is a proper little beach. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit, let you have a wee look. So you can see that there's plenty of loungers out there. There's a little beach bar there. Not that many people. I've got all the inflatables out now as well, so if you're looking for somewhere to come with your kids, although it is a bit choppy here, because you've got to remember you're not on the Mar Menor here. It is the ocean, so it's going to be a bit more choppier than the Mar Menor ever will be. But they've got some inflatables here, they've got little pedalos, plenty of beach beds all the way along here, and some little chiringuitos for you to come and have a cold drink, toilets as well. So this is just the first little part of the beach to have a look at. So let's wander on. It's just beginning to get busy now. People are just arriving. A little bit windy today, so hopefully the little sock on the mic is protecting you the wind so that you can hear me okay. Lots of little properties here again, right on the beach. Little apartments. I'm just going to take a walk around on a loop. There are lots and lots of houses, you know, stretching back from the beach. In fact, let's look at the beach. That'd be a nicer thing to look at, wouldn't it? So yeah, lots of houses stretching back from the beach. Beach here is really beautiful. It's that nice soft sand underfoot. So it does get really popular really quickly. In my opinion, one of these beaches that gets so popular it's too busy. I just don't like it when everyone's squeezed in like sardines and sharing their brolly. But maybe you do. So anyway, it's early in the day yet, so a lot of these places won't be open. I just had an opportunity to come and do this little video, so I thought I'd grab it while it was quiet. So you've got a whole heap of different restaurants up here. First one here is El Griego, which is a Greek restaurant. But I'm just going to take a walk up the little street here that has all the bars and restaurants on it, and then we'll walk round the back way along past the hotel and seafront. So yeah, I'm just going to walk along here. This is one of your favourite little spots to come along early evening and just grab a cold drink and a bite to eat. There is a good choice here. Good range of different places for you to come and see. So obviously they're all just opening up now. It's around 11 o'clock in the morning here, and the temperature's already in the high 20s, and we have forecast this weekend for it to be the hottest during the weekend on record in Spain. They reckon we're going to get up over 40 degrees, so plenty of time spent indoors, I think, in the shade. But look at that sky, isn't it beautiful? So you can see here you've got all these different bars, restaurants, Asian bars, burger bars, little Spanish tapas bars, just all the way up here. Lots of people already having a cold beer. Little bistros tucked away in the background there. Happy hour, 3 o'clock till 6, a big beer, €2. Wine, $1.50. And a mixed drink, so that'll be a spirit with Coke or something, is €5. So there's some cheap drinks for you. And a sign that's always guaranteed to entice people in, a free shot. I wonder what you've got to do to get a free shot. Yeah, that's Nina's Bistro. So yeah, you've got pizza restaurants, ice cream shops. You want a wee English breakfast there if you fancy it. Los Keltas, 2 sausages, 2 bacon, 1 eggs, hash brown, toast, baked beans, €6 from 10 AM to 1 PM. So if you've been out on a swally the night before and you've had a good skinful and you're looking for a good old fry up to set you up for the day, that's not a bad price, is it? We've got a German restaurant here, does all kinds of schnitzels and steaks. This little restaurant in Madrid does a menu del dia for €12. 2 courses it looks like. And maybe a dessert, I don't know, but have a look. A little tiny little estate agent here, I don't think there's much for sale. No, these are for rent. That one's for rent. This one is shown for rent and for sale. But there's no price on it. 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, that'll be a hefty price, I would have thought. That's up in the Mosa Trajectum Golf Resort. So yeah, so there's a little Madrid restaurant. Nice bit of shade there to escape the worst of the sun. Pizza restaurant there. And another sort of sea restaurant. Looky men there, all just getting themselves ready for the day, having a bit of breakfast. Then there's a tiny little hairdressers there as well. So I'm going to have a wander around this top bit here and then we'll walk back down to the beach. So as I said, plenty of houses around here. Just before I go across the road, I better just not miss this out. So you've got a big restaurant, an ice cream shop there, Pasarela. Then you've got the Kitchen King, which I don't know if it's open right now. It looks to be closed at the minute, maybe it's just not open for the season yet. And then we've got this restaurant Brotherhood, so that looks like it's Italian and Mexican. They do sit-ins and takeaway as well. So we just finish off across here. So I don't know what this restaurant is, I've not been to this one. So we've got Lanai restaurant. So they've got a happy hour. Small beer €1, big beer $1.90, glass of wine $1.20, and a mixed drink €4. So that's even cheaper than the other one. But I just noticed a sign here, so there are obviously cash machines dotted all around as well. So it's always easy to get hold of some cash. Just noticed this little sign here. So just up here there's a little, I think it's an apartment. So if you go into that website, Gonga Inmobiliaria, Gonga, that one's for sale. Oh, sorry, sold. But what a great location. You know, it's literally less than 5 minutes walk from the beaches and all the bars. So it's no surprise that one's sold. So we'll carry on back round here again. So that estate agent might have other properties for sale. I don't know what their website's like. It doesn't actually have the web address on the advert, it just says Gonga. We've got a mystery car driving around here, look. These little remote controlled cars for kids to sit in. The kid sits in it and thinks it's driving it, and it's actually the parent that's driving it. Oh, there's that estate agent there. Gonga. I'll have a look in the window and see what they've got. Let's just see what's still for sale. So here we go. This is 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and 220,000. I would assume that's, well, it says Romeo, so I thought that was here. It's not here. That one's up in the Rio Mar 12. That must be golf. That's 269 for that one. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. This one here looks to be right on the beach. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 363,000, but that's first line beach. And then there's a few more sold. And then the cheapest one in this window is Playa 3, wherever that is. It's probably somewhere near this area. So it's just a 1 bedroom. And that's 97,000 euros for that. Just one at the top there. Usually they see 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a garage, 184,000. So I don't know where these properties are and location-wise. So you need to go and get onto the website and have a wee look. Then we've got the ubiquitous chino shops. These shops sell everything, and I mean literally everything. And I'm surprised that there's so many of them and they all seem to survive. So I'm just cutting through a car park here. So the good thing about Mil Palmeras is that there's plenty parking. You know, and even if all of the centre parks are full, you'll always find parking somewhere nearby. Just behind me here you've got the churros, chocolate and churros, very popular here in Spain, very sweet. So we'll cut right round the back here, back down to the beach and walk along the beachfront. Another good thing about this little resort is it's a really compact resort. It's easy, you know, once you've got the car parked, it's easy to have a wander around, and just, if you get fed up lying on the beach, as I often do, I just go for a walk. Just up the top of the road behind me here, I know there's a couple of bars and restaurants. Is it worthwhile walking up there and editing the video a bit? Let's go for it, why not? So we'll have a quick look up the top here. When things are so close, I always think it's better to try and include them, because if I don't do them in the video, you might not know they're there if you're not the kind of person that goes exploring. So as I said, often if we go to the beach, you know, I can manage a couple of hours of chilling and listen to some music, and then I'll read a book for a wee while. But inevitably I get itchy feet and I end up getting up and going for a wander. So I've just noticed on some of these apartments, that little apartment that was for sale had Playa, I think it was 23 possibly, but I'm just looking at these apartments across the road here. I'm just walking in the shade, doing what the Spanish do, and on the sides of the buildings, that one says Playa 4 and the other one's Playa 21, so that little apartment might be in this complex somewhere. But again, you would have to, if you fancy it, you'd have to have a look. Yeah, so that's 2.5 years of living in Spain now, and we find that we just adapt to the Spanish way of life. You walk in the shade everywhere. You look at people on holiday and they just want to sit in the sun all day, every day, always be in the sun. But it's just too hot. So yeah, there's a big supermarket just across the road there. In fact, I can get down to the beach that way, so that's good. And then this is a Barata Hispano restaurant here as well. And then you've got a little pharmacy and another cash machine. So there may be other stuff in Mil Palmeras, but I'm not going to walk about any further. I'm just trying to give you a flavour of the main bits that you would see if you were coming to the beach here for the day. So let's have a walk back down towards the beachfront, and I'll show you a bit more of this glorious beach. Just walking past more of these apartments, and they've got for rent, a couple here for rent, so obviously to let their holiday lets. You'll find them on booking.com or Airbnb, I would suppose. Although bearing in mind that the Spanish government recently got these websites to remove, I'm sure it was 65,000 properties that were listed on these platforms for rent that didn't have a tourist licence. So they are kind of cracking down a wee bit now. These things are always supply and demand as far as I'm concerned, and if there's less apartments available, then that means that the ones that are available can put the prices up. So don't be surprised if you see prices of the places that you usually booked. If you have booked before, don't be surprised if you see the prices going up a little bit. Right, we're back down at the beach here, so let's have a walk. So you've got a walkway all the way down to the beach here. So if you're in a wheelchair, or you struggle with mobility a bit, you don't have to worry about lots of stairs. There are stairs there, but there is a walkway for you to walk down. But look at that beach. It's absolutely glorious, that beach. And it's a good long beach that goes on a fair bit. So there's people down sunbathing, there's people in the water, and people just enjoying life. That's what life's all about. Life's here to be enjoyed, so don't fret and worry about things that really you can't do anything about. You might have seen I've done a couple of little videos on sort of personal development and growth, etc. I'm just going to cut down these stairs back down to the beach at the bottom, and I hope they do okay. I don't know, I've never tried any videos like that before, so if they do okay, I'll do a few more videos like that. But just that thing about worry, it just got me thinking about only thinking about things that you can actually control. If there's things outside your circle of control, you really can't do much about it, so there's no point in worrying about it. But again, we'll do that in another video. Yeah, I really do like this beach, and a few friends that have been recently coming to it for the first time, they didn't even know it was here. And it is a lovely long beach with all the facilities that you would need for a nice day out. So I'm just going to walk back towards where the car's parked, back to the bottom end of the little street with all the restaurants on it. And I think most of these little apartments here are for rent. And I think the hotel along here has bought over quite a lot of them as well. So you can actually just rent it through the name of the hotel, which escapes me, but we'll get back to it. We'll find it as we come along. We'll see it here. So it really is another beautiful day. Looks like we're in for a bumper, an absolute bumper summer this year, because we're now in officially Spanish summertime. You might have seen the video I did about the San Juan festival, which sort of celebrates the longest day and the official start of summer in Spain. It's on the channel as well, so look out for that one. Yeah, so these ones all look privately owned. I'm sure I'd seen a sign. I'll show you a bit more of that lovely beach as we go along. Yeah, I'm sure I'd seen a sign on some of them that they were part of the hotel. Oh, there it is, that's what I was looking for. Let me just show you that. So that's the little sign. I can't make out what that actually says. Whatever hotels is. But that's the phone number. And you know, when I look at these little apartments, if you wanted to rent one of these apartments as a holiday home, you know, I'm standing right at the front door here. And we'll just take a few steps out to the main road. And then there's a beach right there. And there are a couple of stairways to get you down to the beach at either end. So I'm sure the hotel's got a better sign further along if you fancied that as a wee holiday home. There's quite a few of these have got that sign on it, and then the little red signs disappear again. And back to private ownership, and there's another one that Gonga is sold. So these won't hang around long. I think, you know, if these go up for sale, they must. In fact, I'm even surprised they go up for sale, because very often the estate agents here have a list of people waiting, and when a house is coming up for sale, they just phone them, and they very often sell even before they were advertised. So on that note, I was chastised in a previous video for saying that, you know, when you're looking at buying a house here in Spain, in the current market, you know, don't bother trying to put a cheeky offer in. The estate agents have got lists of people waiting to buy. So if a house is up for sale, it tends to go, at the minute, a good house, you know, a good property will go for sale for the asking price. It won't be, no cheeky offers will get it. So keep that in mind. If it's a great house in a great location, you've got to pay the full asking price for it. Anyway, just continue the walk along here. So we have this Strand Cafe, some outdoor seating as well. There's another quick shot of the beach. Filling up nicely now. Got some toilets there, and you'll always find plenty of toilets all along the coast. Wherever there's a beach bar or chiringuito, you'll always find toilets handy as well, so don't worry about that. And that brings us back to El Griego Greek restaurant. So there you have it. Let's just get the sun the right way. That's a quick walk around Mil Palmeras. We've moved out of Murcia Province. This is just up the coast a little bit. But it's, I think when I drove up earlier, it took about 16 minutes to drive from Los Alcázares up to here at Mil Palmeras. And there are a few other little resorts along the coast that I've done. You know, I've done videos about Cabo Roig, Punta Prima, Playa Flamenca, La Zenia, And my aim is to try and do a video for all of these little beach towns and beach resorts, so that you can get a good feel for what's actually in and around this area. I hope you found that useful. And again, let me know in the comments. I'm just, you know, I've got plenty of ideas for videos tucked away, and I'm just working my way through them. But as always, if you've got something that you would like me to cover that I haven't covered yet, give me a shout. Thanks for watching. Thanks to those of you who have subscribed already. Keep subscribing. The channel's getting further and further reach now, and the more people who subscribe and who like the videos, YouTube's algorithms then push it out to other people, and that means I can do more videos because I know more people's watching. So please do that for me. A wee like and a wee subscribe. And anyway, on that note, with a lovely, beautiful beach behind me, La Playa Bonita, I will say adios amigos, and we'll see you all on the next video. Hasta luego.